This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Hello, you beautiful people. Let's talk about VisualARQ or VisualARQ or however you pronounce it. What is it? It's a Rhino plugin or add-on that enhances Rhino's architectural design capabilities by introducing BIM-like functions into Rhino, right? So stuff like dynamic drawing creation or design documentation, I should say, architectural element styling, and other stuff like that, like automatic staircase creation. Stuff like that is unlocked if you get VisualARQ. And in this video, I'm going to kind of go through the base functions that you should expect to see if you purchase the software. By the way, the software is not free. It is paid for, and the price tag is, well, first of all, it's one-time purchase, and the price tag is, I have it opened on my second monitor here. The commercial license is 800 euros. I think at this day and age it's same, 800 euros, $800, same thing. And for the student license, it's 100 euros or 95, right? So it's not the cheapest, but also it will not destroy your wallet, right? So hopefully this video will kind of showcase to you if it's worth your time and money to purchase and learn this software to enhance your workflow. So without any further ado, enough blabbing, let's jump right into it. Alright, so as you open up Rhino with VisualARQ installed, if you run this for the first time, it's going to retrieve the license and it's going to basically pop up a toolbar somewhere on your screen, right? And then you just dock it wherever you want. In my case, I docked it here on the left-hand side. So here I have my object creation, I have my whatever this is called, editing. Yes, VisualARQ edit. So I have docked it here, and then my drawing, annotation, and by the end my other how are they called? VisualARQ tools. Sorry. So I have everything kind of neatly packed here, and I will be accessing all of my tools from here. If your toolbar is not opening up, you can just type in options. Here in the top, go to VisualARQ. Nope, not there. Go to toolbars right here under Rhino options, toolbars, and under VisualARQ 2, enable the tick marks for the toolbars that you're missing. But it should be here. Also, one more thing that comes together with VisualARQ, or two things. First one is this ruler for the scale on every bottom right corner of any orthographic view, not perspective, but orthographic view, naturally, because perspective can't have that, which automatically updates as you're zooming in and out, which is very convenient, in my opinion, a very nice addition. And also, there are some, let's just do a few boxes. There are a few additional styles for preview that are added. Conceptual style, very SketchUp-y, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Hidden style, you know, just line work. For this, I would probably be turning off my grid. Realistic style. This one displays the materials that are assigned to the objects. And I think that's it, because these two are my other ones, so don't worry about these. So conceptual, hidden, and realistic styles are added. For now, I'll stick to the shaded style, the traditional one. Alright, so now let's jump right into it and let's talk about the tools themselves. Ad time. Skillshare is an online learning community. They have thousands of classes covering all different types of skills and especially creative skills. They have a premium membership and this gives you an unlimited access to all of the classes. It's a great place to fuel your creativity because you can look up any class that you might be curious about or a skill that you'd like to tackle. For example, I am really bad at taking pictures and filming videos in dark, high contrast setting, but at the same time, those are the type of visuals that I find most aesthetic. So I jumped on Skillshare, found a class called Fundamentals of DSLR Photography by Justin Bridges, focused up for 2 hours, learned a bit of German because the website decided that they need German subtitles, took some notes, and look at me now, taking pictures like a big boy cameraman that I am. So now if you look at the video description, you'll see a link. The first 1000 people to use the link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Add over. So here under my, actually let me expand it here. Under VisualARQ objects, I have my wall creator, my curtain wall creator, beams, columns, doors, windows, stairs, rails, slabs, roof, furniture, and elements, right? Additional elements. So this is what you would expect to see in Revit or Archicad as your base components for any kind of architectural design. So let's just say I want to create a wall, right? If I right click on this tool, it will just start drawing a wall. If I if I left click, draws a wall. If I right click, it gives me wall styles. Also, there is a possibility for expansion, right? If I expand this tool, I can see that I can create walls from curves, from solids, extend and split, right? So there are plenty of different ways and different methods of how I can create walls. I will choose the simplest one and I'll just go for it. As I select it, you can see that a new pop-up opens up here, giving me become bigger, asking me for what kind of style I want for the wall to have. But for now, I'll just let it be, and I'll just draw a wall as I please. It's very big. It's very big, right? So I can kind of type in 5,000, 5 meters, F8, draw it there, draw it out here, and I can just keep chaining the walls. Okay, and I've just hit enter to finish the tool. So this is my wall, and as you can see, it's the way it's being created is pretty smart. So VisualARQ uses booleans quite well, almost as well as Revit, or just as well as Revit. And as you can see here, as I select any wall object, I have, and these are registered as wall objects, top left corner where I'm showing. I have these arrows that I can push and pull, that I can't push and pull, maybe this one, yes, at least this one. This one can be only probably pushed and pulled, yeah, with the gumball, so I can't drag on them. So I can mess around with the height of the walls and mess around with the length and disconnect them and reconnect them as I please, right? Very convenient, at least I think so. Then let's talk about the wall styles, right? So right clicking or left clicking is creating, right clicking is choosing a style. So I right click on the wall tool and here it opens up my wall styles, and here I just have the default wall style. So let's create a new one for me to just show you how it kind of works, right? So I'll add a new wall style, call it Gediminas wall. Okay, next, layer. How many layers does my wall have, right? In this case, this is, I assume, 3 layers. So I'll say my wall will have 4 layers. Next, name, wall layer 1, outer brick, whatever, thickness 125 mil. Next, wall layer 2 will be insulation. That's not how you write insulation, I don't care. 100 mil. layer 3 or insulation 2, Jesus Christ, 300 mil, something, you know, rock wool, really thick boy. Wall layer 4, inner finish, thickness 5 millimeters, or let's do like 10 so that we see it better. Next, what's the height of my wall? 3.2 meters. Overall thickness 535. This is how it's gonna look like. Finish. I have my wall style. Then I can choose any wall I want, and for now I'm happy, so I just hit OK. I can choose any wall I want. I can go to the properties. Here under its properties I can go to the wall settings, and for its style I can change between default and get wall. And as I change it, you can see that now my wall is created here, right? Where I have the brick, I have the insulation, I have the thick boy insulation, and I have the interior finish, right? So that's that. If we want to, you are able to flip the wall. As I remember, I will not be searching for that option, but there is like a, it's somewhere here. Is it here? Flip direction. There we go. So we can flip the direction of the object if, you know, your exterior is on the wrong side. Right. Now when I create a new wall, I can choose, you know, that style, and now as I draw, my wall style is used. Sweet, huh? I enjoy this quite a bit. This will help me design much faster. Okay, so that's it about the walls. Then we have curtain walls. So curtain walls, if you're familiar, I will not show you how to create style. It's the same thing, but curtain walls are glazing, right? Basically glazing, and you can just make them like so. Please, smart track, just give me, oh, there we go. Just add the snapping there. So you create some glazing there, and you can do some really weird stuff with the glazing if you want to. And I feel like I'm starting to design this, so I'm gonna stop now. I'll just select the top boundary and I'll just move it down so that it's nice and tidy. There we go. Yeah, sure, tidy. No time, can't have this as a 5-hour tutorial. So that's glazing. Then we have beams and columns, literal, you know, at this point boxes, but you can define I-beams, H-beams, whatever you want. Also works with styles, exactly the same system as the walls. Then you have doors and windows. So I do want to show you doors. You know, in this case, we have two things that represent a door. First of all is how does it look like in a plan, and second of all, how does it look like in a 3D model, right? And we have the style of the door that's set to default. So I can just keep adding doors. Add. Oh yeah, I need to choose where those open up, and it automatically booleans into the wall and makes the door for me. Very neat. Very neat indeed. Same thing with windows. Bam. Outside the windowsill. Booleans in. At this stage, I kind of want to... 1 second. I kind of want to change to realistic. Sorry. Or was it to conceptual? Preview, so that it's a little bit cleaner to see, right? So windows and doors, they work in the same in the same way as they work in Revit. Automatic Boolean difference out from walls. Very convenient. As for styles, if I were to create a new door style, luminous door. Next, type either sliding or swing doors. Let's choose sliding. Profile, I can choose what kind of profile I want. Let's go, let's be normal, or actually circular profile. Why the hell not? Radius 1.1, like that. Frame, width, depth. So basically, what kind of frame do I want? Let's go 100 by 100. Adjust depth to wall thickness. Most likely that is a good idea, so let's do that. Stop, I'm not sure what this does. I'll keep it as a default. And then we have the leaf and the thickness of it. So no time. Next. Actually, can we add? So you can add more than one leaf. That's cool. And you can use blocks for the doors or the windows and the doors that you've already created. So let's say you have some sort of fancy window. You can use that as a block here, right? So you can reference it in. We don't have one. So this is how it looks like. Finish. It's a sliding window, right? So it's like half open. Or not, sorry, not window, door. Apply, okay. Choose this window, go to its properties, and choose the style to be, that's a window. Again, we are dealing with doors. This is a door. Choose its properties to be luminous door. And now it's a sliding door. That is also a window. That is, oh yeah, this is from the other wall. Don't worry about it. I can just kind of drag it out here. So we're cutting through two walls here. This is like a stress test that we're doing with the with this program. All right, so that's that. All right, I guess you can kind of understand how this works. Then we have slabs and railing. I hate railing. I'll skip over it, but you get it. Oh, sorry, we have stairs as well, right? So the typical staircase, the way you create it is pretty simple. You just kind of choose by clicking how many steps will you have in which direction, and it just creates a staircase for you. And naturally you can change plenty of styles. You can also create a spiral staircase, and for the spiral staircase there are indeed options that you can choose from. Options such as height with turning angle 312, so it turns more. Radius 1500, so it's a wide boy. Oops. You can change from clockwise to counterclockwise here. How is it aligned, to the left or to the right, or is the line centered? There's how many steps will it have, how high does it go? Nope. Riser height / steps. Right, so you kind of need to do some math for this, but eventually you end up with, you know, your little spiral staircase. Something that architects really love modeling. Am I right? Right, so that's that. Then we have floor slabs, or in my case, floor and roof slabs, because I hate gabled roofs. I will show you the roof, but for now just the slab. You can just do it this way, right? Just draw it as a box, or what I prefer doing is drawing from curves, but for that I need to first generate some curves here. What's the fastest way? Let me just draw an outline. Bam. Bam. So far, just keep in mind that this is me testing out the tool. I have opened it and I have checked it out beforehand, but like this is the first time that I'm actually trying to do something with it. So I'm pretty fresh with this. So whatever you see me do, this is like a fresh look at the tool. Hope that makes sense. So this is the floor slab outline. Then I can expand this from curves. Just immediately creates a floor slab for me, right? Right here. I can then copy it up if I want to and use it as my roof. Perhaps intersect. And here we have the control points that you can select. So this whole thing is driven by the outer curve, meaning that it's very easy to reposition the outline, not the outline, reposition the outline of the slab. Right? Makes sense? Hope it makes sense. Then as for the roof, or rather as for the floor slab, I kind of want to show you one more thing. So let's say you have a floaty boy here and you want your walls to extend to the floaty boy. That's floaty a little bit too much. Let's say here, and you want this wall to extend to this. What you do then is, I saw a tool here somewhere that I will now search. There we go. Under wall, when you expand it, there's this extend tool. You choose the select walls to extend this bad boy, enter, select extension direction, top, select boundary objects, my floor slabby, enter. And it just extends the wall to your floor slab. It's as easy as that. And it even does a pretty interesting clip here. Anyway. So that's how it works. It works as well with the roof. So stuff that you would expect to find in Revit is happening here as well, at least for the proposal phase level model creation. So as for the roof, there are types of roofs: shed, gable, hip roof. I'll just show you the gable roof, I guess. There we go. Create a gable roof. It's literally like drawing a box and then changing the parameters. Oops, sorry, that's my bad. Where was it? Oh, it's this control point, isn't it? Or rather this. There we go. It's literally drawing it like a box and changing the proportions through the properties or just by pushing and pulling on the control points. Just like that. Right? So that's the gable roof. Then we have furniture and elements. I will not cover those. There are no furniture pieces, if I remember correctly. No, there are no furniture pieces that are that ship together with this plugin. So all you can do is place a box here, but if you have your own furniture, you can add it through here, as well as the elements and their styles. It's just a box right now. So element is like everything else that is not furniture or anything like that. Why do you need that? You need this thing. It's because sometimes you want a different section style through the element type rather than the furniture type, right? So sometimes you want to cut through the elements, but you don't want to cut through the furniture, for instance. All right, so back here, there are, let me push this back in. Okay, this stays floating. I will deal with this, or actually, I will deal with this now because I need to. I'm a big boy. Come on, just be there. Just please. I'm gonna scream. Oh, there we go. This is not the fault of VisualARQ, this is fault of Rhino's user interface. I've heard they are reworking it in Rhino 8, so I'm happy. So I am happy. Okay, so now next up we have the solid tools, add solids, subtract solids, and extract solids. So this is basically just working with Boolean operations that you already have here, done automatically, but doing them manually. Flip direction, we already talked about this. For instance, this window, I want it to face the other side. I just flip its direction, and now it's facing the other side. Easy as that. Flip it back. Then we have splitting objects. I'm not sure what this does, I'm sorry. If you like this kind of a overview videos and you want me to dig deeper into VisualARQ, please let me know in the comments, and then I will research all of these tools much more deeply for you, and will cover them in much longer, or not much longer, but in more granular, more in-depth video series. So let me know in the comments if this is something that's interesting. Even if you don't, I will know from the statistics of this video. Anyway, then you can fillet things. So this I find pretty interesting, right? So let's say we draw pretty thick boy, right? Two walls here, and I want to fillet between them. I can. So if I choose fillet, it asks me for a radius. So I'll just choose a radius of, let's say, 2 meters, 2000 mil, and I will say, yeah, just fillet between join node, trim, yes, extend arcs by arc, select second visual object to fillet this one, and it just fillets, right? So we have a pretty nice little fillet happening here. Really neat. Wonderful. That's what I like. If I remember correctly, fillet doesn't work with let's just double check. I might be wrong about this. So if I try to fillet the curtain wall, bam, bam, never mind, fillet works, and it even uses the step size of the panels to create the curtain wall fillet. Wonderful. Wonderful. So as you can probably tell by now, that this is a pretty strong tool, and I am only using the tools provided here, you know, with this plugin or add-on. These are just pure VisualARQ tools. This does not lock you out from using Rhino's tools to generate additional geometry that's more complex, you know, double curved surfaces, and incorporating into the stuff that you do with VisualARQ. This is why it's very, very strong, in my opinion, and why it, at this point, I do believe that it is indeed worth the money if your company works mostly in Rhino at the proposal stage of architectural design. Next up, we have annotation, space, tables, and so on. So all of these are made to kind of generate scheduling and generate drawing information. So space kind of describes, you know, kitchen, how many square meters there are. So automatically, it's basically like a polyline outline that automatically I do need. God damn it. So it needs to be an enclosed space. I'm sorry, I can't show it to you because all of these are closed off. But you click inside of it, and it kind of generates. It asks you for the name of the space and gives you the square meters. Quite useful if you are very, very clean in how you work. I am not, as you can probably tell. Then we have sections. So let's actually create a section. And our section style is going to be default, I guess. And the sections are created in the top view naturally. So let's just do that. Just cut through here. And enter, and then choose the direction. I guess let's look towards there. And reference text, I don't have reference text. Do I need to have a reference text? What? Oh, specify. I need to say what kind of section it is. A, section A. Sorry. I was having a stroke. So we get a section, I assume. Okay, so I made a boo-boo. So the section actually needs to go towards here, not towards there. I assume we need to flip the section. Can it be flipped like that? No, it can't. Can it be flipped like that? No, it can't. Can it be just rotated like that? Yes, it can. Okay, so you can reposition the section quite easily, but basically we have created it. And then to actually produce it into a drawing, you need to create a section view. Also, we specify the style, we select a section, we specify section view insert point, so where is it going to be placed, and it just generates a section for us, right? Easy as that. Same thing with plans or levels in this case, or plan view, yeah. So a plan view requires you to specify in which level should it make the plan view, right? We don't have any levels. So the first thing that we need to do, just like you do this in Revit, by the way, is creating levels. Somewhere here. Edit levels, yeah, of course. Edit levels. We create a new one and we call it level 00, whatever, with elevation of 0. And then it's getting cut at 1.4 meters. With a top and a bottom offset, right? So now in every front and right view, you will see a line that says a level. And I can make actually one more. Let me just really quickly edit levels. Just give me a new level for the same building. Level 01, sure. And this one will be cut at elevation 1500, with cut plane being at 2900 then, right? Something like that. So this is where the level is, and this is where you actually cut through it. And then we can close this. I would explain more tools there, but we're short on time. You close this and you get the two levels, which you can then create plan views from. Plan view, default style, naturally, level 00, okay, asks you to basically show which area do you want to create the level view from. So you just kind of drag around a rectangle like so. And then it asks you to insert the plan view and you get it right here. So of course the hatching of things and so on, all of that can be changed in plan view, right click, plan view styles, under default. This is where you change things. So pattern color, let's say we override this with black, hit apply. If I remember correctly, we do need to update. So you select the level, update selected objects. Doesn't update. Hello? Did I miss something? Plan view styles. Default. Pattern color. Pattern scale. Pattern. Solid. Oh my god. Apply. So you do need a pattern, right? So, but here I'm overriding all of the patterns, of course, but you can have the hatching attached to not the plan view, but rather to every object. So every object has its own kind of hatching associated with it. That's quite useful. So if you're interested in this kind of automation and this kind of speed up, this plugin is definitely for you. If not, then not, right? Then there's like opening arrays for openings, profiles from curves, object properties, document properties, blah blah blah. And select VisualARQ object, so it just selects everything that belongs to VisualARQ. Before I kind of give my ending notes here, I kind of want to showcase one last thing. So let me just new not save this, no template. One last strength of VisualARQ that I really enjoy, and it's called IFC. IFC is a format that is used to exchange BIM models between different software packages. So Revit, Archicad, Blender can open up IFC, but it's mostly like those two, right? If we're honest, Revit and Archicad. When you use VisualARQ, Rhino has the possibility to open up an IFC format. So if I now go to File, Open, or not Open, sorry, File, Import, VisualARQ Video, I have the IFC model right here, 3 megabytes, so nothing too big. Hit Open. It asks me for what kind of import option do I want to choose, objects and parameters, or only geometry. So I do want to import as much as possible. I hit OK, and then I wait, and bam, it opens up. This, if you had to open an IFC without this plugin, you know how big of a game changer this is. So let's take a look at how it actually looks like. Right? That's not too shabby. Let's change this to realistic. You can see that it imports with the materials. So it retains the information on the materials. It retains the information on what is a wall. So this is still a wall. What is a roof? What is a beam? Okay, that's a block. What if we explode this block? Are there new beams? No, these are extrusions. Never mind. This is a beam, right? Yes, this is a beam at least. Not at least, but it is. And so on, right? So the document is populated now with VisualARQ elements that were transferred from an IFC file. Very good, very important if you want to be speed with your approach. There are of course a few instances where the intersections are a little bit weird, a little bit messy, but most of it seems to work really well, right? So that's one important thing that I wanted to kind of explain. Now exchanging files between BIM software and VisualARQ is as simple as that. So now I'm very curious. So these are the wall styles that are created. And these are the beam styles. And furniture. These are the furniture styles. Corbusier chair, custom, that's the Corbusier one. Kitchen. What else do we have here? Rail styles, I guess window styles. Yep, you have the windows, different types of windows. So this is like a full-on BIM project at this point. Well, BIM-ish project. I shouldn't say complete BIM. So is this program worth the price? I think it is, for me, as an architect. If you don't do architectural design and you use Rhino for car design, robotics, or whatever, no. What are you doing? Why are you still watching this video? This is for architects. So for architects who are working with Rhino at a conceptual stage, right? And you need to have it semi-clean and semi-ready to move into the big boy programs, this is a very good addition. And a single time purchase of 800 or I'm double checking, bear with me, double checking, 890, I think, or 800 euros. Single time purchase of 800 euros, in my opinion, is indeed worth the saved time that you will get. But you know, you watch the video, you decide if you need it or not. I'm not here to sell it to you. I'm just here to showcase it and hopefully shine some light on this add-on. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Later. It's 3 o'clock in the night right now, and I can't sleep because I forgot to ask you to subscribe. So please subscribe to the channel, please.